part of the best. I think he's part of their best defensive lineup. I can't remember if that's still true, but that's impressive. I'll apologize. We were talking last week, answering one of our croissant questionnaires about the worst shooting forms in the NBA, and we forgot a guy who's still a current player who probably has one of the all-time worst. That's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. So obvious oversight.
Oh, God.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, his jump shot is physically painful. I'm glad the Hornets have finally realized he's a spot backup 4 now, but his inability to ever find a jumper. It's kind of sad. I feel like he would have been much better, but yes, his jump shot is disgusting.
One that we missed too, but he's kind of gotten better is Lonzo's. When he came in the league, it was gross, and now it isn't as mechanical. Tin Manning.
It is still pretty gross. I mean,
Can you guys give me a Lonzo update, because I have not paid attention.
He got a triple-double. It was great. Everybody loved it. Yay.
I was going to say
he's getting traded, right?
He's not.
He's probably the guy that's got to go. I mean, LeBron's got 2 years, and he's not waiting for Ingram and Ball to get better. Those two guys can go for vets, and then he can actually maybe compete with the Warriors.
Keith, you need to realize Magic Johnson is capable of anything.
It's very possible. He's still shooting a troubling 51% from the free throw line, which is just outrageously bad. Now, watching him warm up before the game last Saturday in Memphis, I sat and watched him when he was just shooting around by himself, and it's crazy looking. It is a bizarre shot to watch. That just looks. I didn't get accustomed to it. I guess I haven't seen him play enough. Where watching him shoot 50 times in a row, I was like, that is just weird. The ball comes out so strange.
Keith, we need some of your live takeaways, some live observations that only someone that close and uncomfortably close, I would imagine, knowing you, could offer.
I will say the 3 people who I watched warm up like over an hour, like 2 hours before the game, whenever I got there, I'm in town. I didn't show up fashionably late like a seasoned journalist. I'm like, I'm here to watch this. I'm going to go in very early and just sit like courtside and watch these guys shoot. The 3 people who I watched do entire shooting drills, Jaren Jackson Jr., Joakim Noah, Lonzo Ball. All of their shots look weird. None of their shots look okay. Jaren Jackson's at least went in a lot, although he was pretty off in that, as far as an NBA player goes. He was pretty off in that workout as far as his shooting.
Jaren Jackson, it's weird because it's like watching a Land Before Time thunder lizard play basketball. It's just bizarre. When he throws down one of his jams, it looks like he's moving slowly, and then suddenly the violence comes.
Chuck,
he's Junior Velociraptor.
Yeah,
he's Diet Bosch.
Chuck, do you have anything you need to apologize for?
Yeah, I'm doing this show sans laptop today, so if I sound dumber than normal,
You don't have Basketball Reference open?
I can't. I don't even know the standings off the top of my head. I think maybe the
Chuck. Who he play for? Monte Morris. Chuck. Who he play for? Monte Morris.
He's a nugget?
That's right, Chuck. Throw it down, big man.
Monte Morris is incredible.
Yes.
He's bizarrely good. I don't understand how
He's my starting fantasy point guard, which tells you how well my season is going.
Chuck, all you need to know about the standings right now is the Heat and the Grizzlies, both on the outside looking in.
Dude.
Yeah, like Miami's like, a game and a half back from there,
But Miami is in the Southeast, so don't worry.
Right.
All right. Well,
Miami doesn't know how to win anything less than 37 games. Like that's basically what that team has been built for. 41 to 37 wins, and they would need, because that team is so stupidly well talented. It's deep at 10 positions deep. Or 10 spots deep, 6 guys could go down, like Dragic is down, and nobody's going to miss a beat, and they'll still go 5-14 over the next 19 games.
Well, I like how even when a guy like, Rodney Magruder, he's having a great year, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait, Derrick Jones Jr.? He's just like another Rodney Magruder. Now he's playing 25, 28 minutes a game.
He's Rodney Magruder, but 3 inches taller. And he can't shoot, but that dude can dunk.
I hate that Keith is making me feel like Twitterati because I like Rodney Magruder.
Yeah, you're Twitterati.
too.
Rodney Magruder passes the ball
he's
less
great.
than Kelly Oubre, who passes the ball less than Hassan Whiteside. So
Yeah.
there you are.
Yeah, but when Rodney does pass, it is a perfect lob for a jam.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
move on. Those were our breakfast in bed apologies. Before we go to our steak and eggs best thing, we have a few listener submitted questions. The croissant questionnaire.
Any questions?
Yes. Are you going to finish that croissant?
Knock yourself out.
That croissant. Finish that croissant.
And when I said we have a few listener submitted questions,
You mean you have a few from one man and one
we
man
have
alone.
one listener submitted question by Power Patreon supporter Teximista. Here we go. You guys, upside down face. Not sure what that means. Love you, Chuck and John. Keith, I see you. Almost. Almost.
So you guys low key have kind of like some sort of weird beef on Slack. It's fun to watch. I know it's not serious, but it's hilarious.
Keith's a beefer, man.
So I say, here's the thing.
beefer.
I had no idea I had beef going. But anyway, let me finish reading the question. Almost 30 games in, your large male minds have had ample time to analyze and theorize.
That seems facetious.
Sure, everything. This is an English as second language situation with Teximista, and
He speaks it better than I do.
oh yeah, but like it's
His
commonly
grammar
like, is he being sarcastic? No, he's not sarcastic because he's what Austro-German whatever. He doesn't have the sarcasm tool, but he's facetious sometimes. Hard to tell. So anyway, let's get he has created
Let's get to it.
a bunch of these over-unders for the rest of the season, and these are amazing. I love them. All right, over-under for the rest of the season. The Grizzlies seed, are they 8.5?
Okay, we should answer these one at a time.
Yeah. So Grizzly seed over/under 8.5.
So over would be in the playoffs, under would be out of the playoffs.
I'm actually confused here, but yes.
Yeah, we just need to decide. So
Let's-
okay, well I'll just do this then. I will take. I have them out of the playoffs.
Yeah, so we'll go with that's being an over. I have them out of the playoffs too. Their seed will be lower than 8.5.
Yeah, I think over's correct.
So
yeah.
over. I don't think the Grizzlies will make
And
the
I am
playoffs.
just very down in the doldrums. So
Right.
thanks,
Chuck, what do you say?
Grizzlies are not going to make the playoffs.
All right, that's 3 overs. The Heat seed over 8.5. Same question. Over/under 8.5.
I'll go first. Miami is going to be have the 13th worst record in the league, be at the tippy top of the lottery, and not get anyone of any importance, and then get a guy that hasn't been in the NBA for 2 years and turn him into a 6'7" power forward that can dunk and go defend 4 positions.
Does Miami even own their pick this year? They do. Congratulations, Miami.
Yes, we finally do. And we're not going to get anything for it because we're just barely going to miss the playoffs. We're going to lose to like the Bulls on the last day of the season, a team we have no business losing to, and it'll be their Super Bowl. And then, I'll be sad and we won't get any better. And my fandom will just continue to deteriorate.
John, what say you?
I think they'll make the playoffs.
Okay, so you're taking under.
Yeah.
Right. So right now they're 10th. They're a game behind the Magic and the Nets, sorta.
Yeah.
Can they catch the Magic? The Nets are playing great right now. Winners of 7 straight. I think.
I mean, it's really close. I'm just staring at it, losing my mind. It's basically them or the Magic.
I think. Man, I'm going to say no. They don't make it. I'm going to say no. They stay on the outside looking in.
I got you, Chuck. I'm wearing my Vice Air Force Ones right now.
All right, Nuggets seed over or under 3.5. Will the Nuggets be a top 3 seed in the West?
Wow, that's right.
I'm gonna say yes. I am not they're in first. They've been in first for, I think, this season is already like the second greatest season in their history, as long as the number of days they've been in first place in the West. Their schedule has been kind of favorable for them. where they keep getting like good travel days.
They've swept their division, which that won't keep happening. You know, they're going to drop some divisional games. Divisional games are tough.
Yeah, but
I will say no, they will not.
Okay, Chuck, what say you?
I don't know where I don't get where they're manufacturing this kind of defensive.
Monte Morris.
They are good. They are good. I could apologize to Matches Malone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, they are that right. What they're doing on defense, it goes to Malone deserves a lot of credit for.
We could also I could apologize to Mason Plumlee. The Mason Plumlee
good grief.
Jokic front court is just embarrassing.
I never thought that would work, and now it is awesome.
Yeah.
So here's me with the Nuggets. For as much as they're doing incredibly well, I can't wait to find out how Isaiah Thomas ruins it all.
Yeah, they need to go ahead. Play. They need to go ahead and cut Isaiah Thomas. I think they should be fielding trade offers for Will Barton. Torrey Craig is not very good, but Juancho Hernan-Gomez is finally getting to play a bunch. He's been awesome.
Fulfills the Will Barton role better than Will Barton did.
Yeah.
He's like top 10 in true shooting percentage, and it's not really. I mean, it's not like Bielitsa where it's like he's making every 3-pointer. He's like Hernan-Gomez is doing smart things on the court. It's not just lucky shots dropping. I mean, the Denver is glorious to watch. Like must-see TV for basketball.
I mean, and right now they're doing it without Gary Harris and Paul Millsap, which again makes me question the roster. Like, are they best? Like, I feel like Millsap and Gary Harris are two of the key cogs of this team. Now I'm not as convinced. We know it is Nikola Jokic, and we know it's everyone else kind of running off that. Jamal Murray's playing great right now, but I don't even know. People are saying they're going to get a bunch better when those guys return. I'm not convinced. I feel like this is just who they are.
Yeah, the young guys that they're playing right now, like the Murray Monty thing is true. I think it's like an underrated storyline how well those guys play together.
Monte Morris is last in the NBA in turnovers, like in a good way.
Right.
Like he doesn't turn the ball over. It's insane the amount of minutes he's played and the assists he's gotten, and just does not ever turn the basketball over. Let's pick up some speed on these on Texas and Mississippi over unders. Pelican seed higher or lower than the 9 seed?
I'm out on the Pelicans, so I guess I'll go
higher.
Higher. Yeah,
I also think higher. I think they're more of a 10 or 11 seed.
Same.
All right, Lakers seed.
Love the Brow, but that team's it seems like they just don't have it figured out.
Quick deviation. We had someone in our Croissant Queries column overrated, but I don't think he's overrated. I just don't think there's much else. I mean, it's New Orleans. It's the Pelicans.
Lakers seed over or under the 4.5 seed. Will the Lakers have home court advantage in the playoffs?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're going to be because they're going to be players in the buyout market.
I think they're going to end up as the 4 seed.
Yeah, and they'll have some help and some boost there. Yeah, they'll end up 4. Where are they now?
They're tied for 4 right now. They're 18 and 13. They're just in that big old pack. I am not convinced. I honestly would trust the Rockets to overtake them.
It's really hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the safest bet that more than likely they end up there. But
I may be responding to scary LeBron as of late, but
yeah, I mean they've been kind of trash on the road, so I mean they seem all right. They'll be in the mix for that 4 seed, 3 or 4 seed, but I'll just say no for the sake of podcasting. I mean, they're only
trash on the. What are they like? I think they're like 7 and 8 on the road.
Yeah, 7 and 8. So I mean that's workable. That's a 50-win team. You know, if you go about 500 on the road, so. Raptors over under 58.5 wins. It's a very high Vegas number. Right now the Raptors are 23-9.
24-9, I think.
Oh, unless this
I think Raptors will get there.
I think they'll chill out. 24-9. Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at a day old NBA standings. I apologize.
Is anyone on pace to win 60 games?
No one was, but I think the Raptors are now. A 72 win percentage. That'll get you there.
Yeah.
Well, the plan is for Kawhi to play more regularly as the season escalates, and I feel like we're just starting to feel like the powers of Anunoby and Siakam are starting to happen. I feel like this team might become even